Howdy folks, Dyrone here, and today I want to tell you about some more custom minifigures I made. These are actually in Elemental Masters. I hope you like them, and let's get started. First up, we have Kriff, the Elemental Master of Density. First up are his legs, which are from a Hands of Time Zane minifigure. Then you take a Cole Hands of Time torso with black arms and black hands attached. Then you add a Kai armor piece from Dragon's Rising Season 3 Part 2. Then you add a Hands of Time or Day of the Departed Cole head. Touch it on there. Then you add a Ronin hat from Kerr or the mutation monster or rocks. Pop it on right there. And I'm gonna teach you a little cheat mechanism. Add any stud you want. I'm using this random flower one I found. Then you add a little clip piece. Make sure to put this side on where the stud is. There. And I'll get to that in a second. Now we're gonna build Kriff's weapon. It's a trident with a stud. Let's figure out where to go. Oh, found it. Here it is. Then you add this handle piece at the trident on top. Then you take this harpoonish piece from the flags that came in the Dragon's Rising Season 3 Part 2 sets. Charge it to that. Then you can give it to him. You can never have him hold his hand. Or you could take the stud, the clip piece, put it like that, and then you go. There's Kriff. Now you're probably wondering what exactly is Kriff's elemental power. It's the elemental power of density, and I'll have a fellow YouTuber of mine explain what density does.
The ability of density. Basically, the ability of density is where it's a copy of the Martian Manhunter from DC and Green Ghost from Invincible, where you can walk through walls, and if you touch someone else, you can also make them walk through a wall with you.
But yeah, that's basically it for the Master of Density. The next Elemental Master we want to talk about is Mags, the Elemental Master of Magnetism. His legs are standard Hands of Time J legs. Then you add the Samurai X Hands of Time torso with the left arm being red and the right arm being blue. Then you take, I don't know, like any armor that you wish to use. Give me any armor you want. Put it on right there. Then you take the black half bottom mask part from, like, I don't know, like the Ninjago movie. Then you add the standard the original J head and then after that you put the top helmet on, and then final one you give him a trident and the spear. If you want, you can use the stop. Basically, yeah, this already came molded, but I'm pretty sure the original Nia train didn't have this, so yeah. And there you go. There's the Master of Magnetism. Now, basically, for the elemental power of magnetism, basically he can attract any kind of metal. So basically, if Karlof, the Master of Metal, was standing right next to him, he could use his elemental powers to attract him and bring him closer, so he can like beat him up and stuff. It can also work. It can also attract elemental powers, other elemental powers, which can actually be pretty useful. And a weakness it has is that just like regular magnets, it doesn't some metals don't attract to it at all. So yeah, there's the Master of Magnetism. The next master we have is Khong, the Elemental Master of Plasma. The legs are standard Spectral Suit Kai legs that appeared in Dragon's Rising Season 3, Part 2. Then you take the Legacy Kai torso that's been like in like every single set with a red right arm and a purple left arm. Then you take the Samurai X Hands of Time head, pop it on there. Then you give him the green mask Lloyd wore during Hands of Time, and I think a bunch of other sets. I'm not sure. I forgot. There you go. And the only thing you have to do is give him his weapon, which are gonna be 2 prismatic blades. Actually, they're called revealing blades. Sorry. Yeah. So there you have the Elemental Master of Plasma, Khong. I gave him the Samurai X head because it looks like he's wearing goggles. Nobody is sure where Khong came from. All they need to know is that he's a skilled warrior with a heart of gold. His elemental power of plasma is basically he can create anything out of he can make like plasma blast from his fists, or even make weapons out of plasma. I actually had an idea for this for another character who will be appearing on my YouTube channel. But yeah, that's it. Also, he also has this burning touch power. That's why I gave him Kai body parts. But that's it for the Elemental Master of Plasma. And for the final Elemental Master of the day, we have Aristotle, the Elemental Master of Cosmic. The legs are average Hands of Time Kai legs. Then you take the Spectral Suit from Kai, which I explained earlier. Pop them on like, oops, that was an accident. Anyways, pop them on like this. Then you take the new the new armor piece that came in the new Dragon's Rising sets. Then you give him Kai's head. Any pre-movie Kai head will do. Then you give him the ghost helmet, this mask piece from Possession. And then finally, you give him a cutlass, any golden cutlass you want. And that's basically it for the Elemental Master of Cosmic. Basically, Aristotle is a rogue Elemental Master from Imperium. Nobody knows how he got his powers, but actually he got his powers after the merge. So basically, now we're going on to Cosmic. For his powers, he's overall the Elemental Master of Cosmic, which means he can actually he actually has powers of the stars and space and stuff. Like, he can create black holes and shoot them like boomerangs, and create, like, stars to use as shurikens and shields. And he'd even, like, shoot, like, comets out of his fists. And also, he's also able to breathe in space. But no one is sure why he wears the mask. But that's basically it for him. Side note, this minifigure is actually just a prototype. I actually wanted to use an eye patch for this thing, but I don't have a minifigure head with an eye patch. So basically, this is just this minifigure is just my prototype. So yeah, that's basically it for today. Hopefully you'll learn how to build these minifigures in the future. So yes, and you guys actually learned about a couple things about new elemental powers. So yeah, see ya guys.